Hey everybody, it's Rob Tracy, Guns and Ammo, and today we're taking a look at my new build. This is a rifle that I assembled myself from a Brownells Howa Barreled Action. These Barreled Actions are available through Brownells. They vary a little bit in price, but they're all just a little bit over 400 bucks for the most part. What we have here is the 24-inch heavy barrel in 6.5 Creedmoor. We went ahead and mounted it in an MDT Oryx Chassis, and it's topped off with an Arkin EP5 5 to 25 power 34 millimeter tube with a 56 millimeter objective. Some really great glass, especially for the price. And we're just going to try out this rifle in its current configuration. Also at the end of the barrel I've got a Silencer Co. ASR muzzle brake on there, and that'll match up with this. My first video with my new suppressor, my first suppressor. This is a Silencer Co. Hybrid 46M, and today we're going to be shooting some Tornado Match 147 grain ELD rounds and just see how this shoots as configured. You know, it's not a custom rifle, but you probably call it a semi-custom rifle, and you really don't need a gunsmith to do this. The barreled action comes just ready to drop into the stock. You tighten the bolts and torque them to the appropriate torque, along with the mounting of your rail. This also has a worn 20 MOA rail on it that the scope's mounted on. So far I'm really enjoying this. I've shot it with some hand loads. I've shot it with 123 grain rounds all the way up to 147 grains. I wouldn't even consider it broken in yet. It doesn't have that many rounds through it. But I just wanted to bring it out, put some rounds through it on camera, and I wanted to also shoot it with the suppressor on it, because I literally just got the suppressor approved like 3 days ago. And today's my first day actually getting to play with it. So I want to see what kind of point of impact shift we get running the can on it, in case I decide to take this out hunting and I want to shoot it in a hunting scenario. Just a quick little show here. Let me grab my trigger gauge. Alright, we'll go ahead and show you what the trigger is like on this from the factory. This is the factory trigger that comes on this barreled action when you get it from Brownells. So that broke right at 3.5 pounds. Do it again just to make sure. That time broke about 3.25. Let's do 3 of them just to kind of get an average. That broke right at 3. So we got 3.5, 3.25, and 3. So I will say it's not obviously the most consistent trigger on the weight, apparently. That time broke again at 3.5. But I will tell you, the feel of the trigger is really good. It has a little bit of slack. You hit the wall, and once you hit that wall, there's no take up. It breaks really crisp. Obviously, it's not breaking super consistent, but it's not enough that you're probably going to notice. So now we've got that taken a look at, let's go ahead and load up some rounds, and I'll get the phone scope going, and we'll see how this does at 100 yards with some factory ammo. Alrighty. Get our phone scope going here. Ignore the target on the left. We were messing around with a different rifle with that target on the left. Make sure it's still on here. I am on. Very good. Let's do a 5-shot group. I'm a big fan of 5-shot groups. Some people are a big fan of 3-shot groups because it's better to get a tighter group size by shooting 3 shots. That's why I like to shoot 5, because I don't want the absolute best case scenario. I want to see a little more in the way of consistency and reliability. Alrighty, and I'll say the bolt is nice and smooth. So that is nice. We're up on 25 power, and we have our parallax set. I'm going to go ahead and shoot out the bottom left bullseye on that target. And that is about 1.25 inches to the left. This ammo is not what this rifle is currently sighted in with. I sighted it in with some hand loads. It's about, I would estimate, about 3/4 inch from the last one, and my phone scope got bumped off, probably by the muzzle brake. So I'm going to pull this back here, so hopefully it's less affected by the muzzle brake. Come on. Alright. Hopefully the muzzle brake doesn't throw it off too much. I don't know what you saw. Let's see here. Boy. I don't know why that third shot went where it did. It shouldn't have. I'll take responsibility for that one. Alright. I would really discount that third shot. I take responsibility for that. But, you know, if you're not looking at that one, that's easily a sub 1 inch group. And we're not even close to warm. So let's go ahead and throw the brake here on. Not the brake. Let's throw the suppressor on here. Let's see what kind of, if we get a point of impact shift, if we get a difference in where it hits. See if we have a change in the group. I don't think we'll notice much in the way of recoil because as it is, there really isn't any recoil here to speak of, to be honest with you. Let's load up 5 more rounds. We'll do another 5-shot group. Hopefully that didn't shake around too much on you because I couldn't watch this phone scope when the shot was going off. I got a lot of guns with these ASR muzzle brakes because I've been waiting for my suppressor to come back, my approval to come back for almost a full year. So I was putting these ASR muzzle brakes on every rifle that I have that's threaded in anticipation of this. So we're going to do a lot of videos shooting in different guns with this suppressor on there. So we're on the same target. We're going to go up to the top left bullseye, so directly up from the last one. Actually, let's go to the top right, just in case, I don't know, just in case the suppressor pulls it left even further. I doubt it will. But we'll go up there to that top right, see what happens. So that is about 3/4 inch low. Windage is dead on. Those 2 shots are just about touching. No, they're not just about touching, they're touching. That one pulled about 1/2 inch off from the last shot. Well, it's not that much smaller of a group. I would estimate it about 3/4 inch, but it seems more consistent of a group. But we did have a slight impact shift. So it seemed like it shifted about a ½ an inch right on average, is what I would guess, 3/4 of an inch, something like that. Let's do another. Let's do another 5 shots on a different bull. I feel really good about that. And let's take the hearing protection off. Obviously this is very supersonic ammo, so we're still going to have the crack of the bullet breaking the sound barrier as I'm throwing rounds on the ground. It should be not too awful to listen to. Alrighty, so let's go over to that top left bowl. Getting a little bit of mirage here. Getting a little bit of mirage. Cool shooting a center fire rifle through the suppressor. Well, that shot seemed to really pull. That's interesting. That's really interesting. I felt good on every one of those trigger pulls, but that one shot pulled way right. The other 4, you got two different 2-shot groups that are touching. It's kind of interesting. But yeah, you know, it's not like a super high dollar precision match rifle, obviously. But it's pretty darn good for the money, and the fact that you can put it together yourself, especially you can start dialing in with hand loads. I'm telling you right now, this gun isn't even broken in. We don't have that many rounds through it. And so far I think it's doing pretty good. I think I'll probably try to take it out hunting. Take it out in case we're going to go out and see some clear cuts where maybe we're going to be shooting some longer distances is really, I think, where this is going to shine. But sure, it'll be nice to be able to hunt with a suppressor. I think it's going to be really cool. And I have pretty high hopes for how things are going to continue on with this rifle as we progress, trying different stuff and getting it really broken in. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and hopefully at some point we'll get an opportunity to really take it out to some distance. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to have a lot of fun, I think, playing with my little semi-custom build here. Kind of almost like a custom build on a budget type situation. This MDT Oryx stock or chassis, I'm a big fan. This seems like a really nice chassis, and yeah, I think it's going to be a good time. Anyway, thanks for watching the videos. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we will see you on the next one. Bye bye.